This is watermelon.
Oh, that's what we've had.
Yeah. So I saw this week.
Liberty and Lead podcast. Keep it local, keep it cash. Tell the feds to kiss your ass. I'm Ty.
I'm Moo.
I'm Traeger.
Professor.
Professor's going to pick on cars with us.
So I saw this week at a tire place.
This is your pick?
Yep. And the guy that I was talking to there said guy went on a drunken joyride.
Can you zoom in on that front wheel?
The whole fucking lip's gone.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Guy
Holy
went on
shit.
a drunken joyride, and he dropped his car off to get service, like a new wheel and tire.
Can you just throw a slap a used tire on there for me, will you?
Now, first of all, the fact he still has a license baffles the mind. So he ignored the flat tire flapping around on a drive tire, by the way. And then he ignored metal on asphalt for quite a while with the state of that wheel. And, yeah.
Stories like that make me glad I quit drinking.
Not a bad looking vehicle, though.
Probably smells like weed based on where it was.
Yeah.
I was watching On Patrol
They keep their
Live.
Fords behind fence. Yeah.
On Patrol Live, they follow cops from live around the country, and they had a hit and run, they said, but it was a drunk driver hit somebody, kept driving. And all of a sudden, they kind of walked around the truck, and they're showing the damage of the truck. And it didn't look terrible. And then all of a sudden, you get to the passenger side tire. It's like, how the fuck do you keep driving?
You guys have heard about this.
The nature of the threats, we would also be asking for GPS with house arrest conditions to protect the community.
With her head in her hands, Brianna Boston learned she would be held in jail on $100,000 bond. The Polk County judge adding the bond was appropriate given the, quote, status of our country.
It's not like she's a child. She's 42 years old, so we're not dealing with a child here. She should certainly know better.
Lakeland Police Chief Sam Taylor says his department was contacted by the FBI Tuesday. Authorities say in a recorded phone call about a denied insurance claim, Boston told a Blue Cross Blue Shield employee, quote, delay, deny, depose. You people are next, end quote.
Oh.
The language matches the words police say were written on the shell casings found at the United Healthcare CEO's murder scene in New York City.
Hold on.
Take this very seriously, and we will put you in jail if you do something like this. It is not a joke.
According to Boston's affidavit, the mother of three told police she did not own firearms and was not a danger to anyone. But she added, healthcare companies play games and deserved karma because they are evil.
Hold on.
Similar to the accused shooter in Manhattan, Boston is getting support online from people who say that she was just sharing her opinion and should be protected by the First Amendment, but police do not see it that way. She's facing a second-degree felony of written threat to kill or injure, conduct a mass shooting, or an act of terrorism, a serious charge that she could end up in prison for 15 years. Reporting live in Lakeland, I'm
15 years.
She could end up in jail for 15 years because on a recorded line, she said, you people are next. So it said she's a healthcare worker. And they were, it sounds like Blue Cross Blue Shield was doing the United Healthcare routine of, no, we don't feel like paying for this.
Yeah.
Per the usual.
Did anybody watch the Grand Thumb video of the guns that were?
Yeah.
I watched half of it.
Okay, I just watched it today. I normally wouldn't watch it, but I'm like, it's going to come up tonight, so I better watch it. What do you think?
Well,
dude, I'm gonna
The
say
first
it's
gun? There's no fucking way. What was that thing?
No.
fucking
The
single shot.
B&T Station 6.
Station 6, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I've never seen one.
That was the first I've ever heard of it.
But that's what they're saying it was. Well, you have to unlock it, rack it,
Yeah, you have to...
shove it back in, lock it back down before it'll fire.
There's a counterclockwise turn you have to do. Pull it back. Go.
Dump the bucket of brass
Yeah.
because it won't eject.
And then push the new round in and then relock it, which he didn't do.
That's what FBI is saying it was, that thing.
And it's got it's a weird suppressor where I forget what
Paper.
I forget what they called them, but it looked like
No, it's got so the rubber is
They called
almost
it something.
almost a disc wiper.
Wipers, that's what it was.
Rubber wipers down the bore, basically rubbing against the
Yeah.
round.
But it wears out really fast and they're expensive to replace. So
You have to put new wipers
I'm gonna go
in
with
there.
probably not the B&T.
no, there's no way it's that.
There's no fucking way. I'm with you.
I believe
The Glock is probably the most, because once you suppress some of these pistols, they don't cycle all the way unless they have provisions to do so.
And like it's been said, most crimes are not done with a registered NFA item. I'm going to guess if he had access to tools and his knowledge, he probably made a homemade suppressor. It's not that hard. It's a tube with baffles in it.
It's a 2-liter bottle
Well, his
for a one shot.
his was affixed to a gun, so I'm going to guess he went with probably a.
There's a 9mm, right?
I think
Sorry, unrelated.
I would bet it's a paintball gun.
Gun related.
Doesn't count. I'll take that one though.
Fuck, it's got an adjustable stock. That's fine.
I would guess that if he used anything, he probably used an 80% and built a gun. Because nothing
That would
would
definitely explain the failure to fire.
Yep.
Well, there's not enough gas to run the gun when it's suppressed when it's a pistol without that spring. What do you call it? There's a name for it. I know what it was, but
Which is the first time I've ever heard about that because I don't run suppressor on a gun, a handgun.
right. There's not, like Stan told me. He goes, "You're not gonna." I wanted a threaded barrel for my Hellcat. He goes, "Won't run a suppressor. Why do you want it?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna put a comp on it." Okay, it's cool like that, but you can't run a suppressor on it. It will not cycle. I'm like, okay. There's just not enough oomph there to make the gun eject and do everything.
No.
Work correctly.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a lot of unanswered questions, just like every fucking thing that's been happening. 2024 is the gift that keeps on giving.
And yet somehow we know more about that guy than Crooks.
I commented on somebody's post. I don't even remember what it was, but why do they always have a fucking manifesto and a love letter and cash? That screamed setup.
Sorry, you were talking?
The whole situation, everything that's in his backpack or whatever they said was in his backpack, screamed setup.
Well, hold on.
Why would they
Who?
have a fucking? Why do they always have a manifesto?
This
Give me a break.
who?
I mean,
Luigi?
why did they all?
talking about Luigi?
Yeah.
Mangione?
The best part about that. Can you turn that fan off? It's really hot. The best part about it is the lady that turned him in
For
Called
a
nine-
$50,000 reward.
called 911 instead of the hot tip line, so she doesn't get the payout.
And she got fired.
And she got fired because the McDonald's she worked at got review bombed. She got canned because she's a fucking hazard and a piece of shit. She doesn't get any of that money. And the backpack brand that they found with all the Monopoly money in, they're getting a ton of hate by everybody because they worked with the police to say who the owner was based on the serial number of the bag.
Get the fuck out of here. Really?
They
Serial
pulled a
number-
Liberty
What brand
safe.
was it?
They pulled a Liberty safe on it. Hold on.
That part I didn't hear. But I did hear about how the woman got screwed. Now, if she's working at Mickey D's, life isn't going according to plan. However, she's trying. She's working, which I got to give her credit for. She's fucking doing it. She's trying. But if she got fired because of it, that's dog shit. Yeah, she needed the 50 grand, obviously. But the fact that she got fucked out of it,
Well, let's just say this. Who offered that 50 grand? Was it the government?
yeah.
Wow, you mean they're going to pull an insurance thing and deny it?
Denied, deposed. Yeah.
Yep, loophole. We got to pay him.
That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one.
The brand is Peak Design.
I've never heard of it.
No.
I've heard of OGO. I've heard of
the CEO.
GN Sport. I've heard of.
The CEO worked with the police to find out the owner based on the serial number of the bag. So now
can't
they're getting
believe-
hate.
They're registered? How good are these fucking backpacks?
Well, let's see. An everyday design, peak design everyday bag, like the one he was using, is $280.
Okay. That's what I was about to go look up and see how much these fucking things are for a backpack.
It's a 20-liter bag.
I'm gonna look at my backpack and see if it's got a serial number in it.
Let me rip it out.
I don't think my Myers freaking backpacks have that shit.
But
I
Get
did.
them for $8 on clearance after freaking.
I did buy a good one because I
These
might be
lines-
traveling for work at some point.
so a 20-liter bag is $280, but the 30-liter is $300
Yep.
for a backpack.
Where was it
that
made
is-
though?
Huh?
Where was it made?
China, I bet. Let's see. Materials and sustainability. That does not say
I paid more
anything.
for American made.
100% recycled post-consumer
Don't
material.
give a shit about that.
Well, he was worried about the
Environmental.
environment. You paid more than that
Oh.
for a backpack.
Because it's my computer bag, and I might be traveling for work at some point. So yeah,
Got to really protect that hard drive.
yeah.
Apparently, it is not made in the U.S. So, yeah.
It would say all over it "Made in USA," and it's not saying it. But I can't.
Mine was made by people by us, I guess. Americans.
Yeah.
But-
What brand is it?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay.
You're gonna look it up.
So,
I ran into the owner at a SHOT Show though. He recognized his own bag.
Oh, really?
He didn't have a booth at the time, so he's like, "Hey, I got a hotel room with all my stuff in it." I was like, "No, okay."
Like he's inviting you up?
did you move everything out of your cargo van? to
Was
put
it
in
like
that room?
this? Hey, you come here often?
I got free gun stuff.
It's right here in my pocket.
Come here, little boy. Free gun stuff for
I
you.
like blondes.
Reach in my pocket for a little treat.
There's ammo in there. Dig deep.
If it feels like 9, keep digging.
I think that belly button ring is a grenade pull pin.
I feel like if you pull it, she will explode on you.
I know the type.
Okay. So, as much as that is nice to look at, I see two things that drive me nuts.
The
Finger on
fact that
trigger.
her
Finger on the
hold
trigger.
On the trigger.
Her arm is on the wrong side of the stock.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
I wasn't looking that far up.
It's something I always look at when it comes to gun stuff.
Fine, we'll go to something
She's
else.
got two pistol on each side, too.
Is that better?
I
there's
I
nothing-
immediately thought
there was nothing
1911.
bad about it.
I immediately thought 1911, but that's not. Is that a Beretta?
No,
What is that thing?
that's not a Beretta.
Not 1911.
God, I'm getting Taurus vibes. Either way, we need to talk about something besides what people can't see.
Yeah, just post the pictures.
Yeah, you're gonna have to post all these pictures.
No, that'll be for people that are here to enjoy.
Wow. Good God. That is just. Them are some sexy guns.
Yep. All right.
Oh, I didn't even notice the guns.
But so yeah, I can't believe even after Liberty Safe did their whole thing that got them in a ton of shit by.
But people
well,
are still
the
buying their
that buy it.
safes. They bounced back. They do
did.
make a quality product. However, they're.
Well, every suggestion I've ever seen is buy a Liberty, but buy, I think it's Sergeant Greenlee or something, makes a lock that you can put on it, like the keypad part, to replace the stock one. That way, Liberty can't just give the cops a master code because they don't have it anymore.
Let me stop you right there. In that situation that they had, whether Liberty gave them the code or not, they were going to get into that fucking thing.
But the fact that Liberty just said, "Oh, here you go," without a subpoena,
I think they did the guy a favor because they would have just fucking destroyed it. Am I right?
Let's be honest though, but you can get into anything if you give enough time.
Right. Somebody can build it. I can
I mean-
rebuild it. I've fucked some shit up before.
but people were very upset by them just giving it up instead of saying, "Get a fucking warrant." The
They
fact that
definitely
they,
didn't do their business any
the
favors.
fact that they caved without a legal reason to, like, the police weren't saying, "Here's a warrant, give us the fucking code." They just said, "Oh, you're gonna figure it out eventually. Here's the code for you."
Yeah.
Don't just bend the knee to them. Make them actually do their job for it.
Well, my safe manufacturer came out and said, "Well, we can't because we don't have the codes. You guys set them." So I went with Secure It. They make cabinets that are the same steel gauge as normal safes. It just doesn't have all the concrete and bullshit inside of it.
Just the
It's for the
cabinet,
security
not
side of it, not
fire
the
safe.
fireproof side
It's
of it.
because anybody's going to have enough time to get into a safe. A grinder in a couple hours, you're going to get in anything.
Right. That's why I
So
chose
what-
the method I did down. I actually bought another safe, but
Yeah.
What brand did you get?
the safe that I bought, Joe Blow fucking Menards.
Okay. Because my first one that I have that's in my bedroom,
I got the same one in the house.
I can no longer get into unless I use the big fucking skeleton key that comes with it. Because the keypad went out of it.
Oh, really?
Doesn't matter, change the batteries or anything. But you can buy a new keypad off Amazon for $54.99.
Ain't bad.
$55 and you get a new keypad.
Yep. But that doesn't set up the programming. The programming's still internal, so you just unplug it, plug a new keypad on, and your old code's still the old code.
Oh, really? Really?
Well, if you put it in that thing, someone's just going to take your keypad off, break it apart, and fuck with the chip to get the code.
Right. Huh.
Keep all that shit where it's safe inside
So
the machine.
it's still plug and play. Yeah, all I got to do is unplug the current one, plug the new one on, and enter my code, and it will open. But yeah, the number one stopped working.
Was your code 0911?
No.
It's an emergency.
1111?
It's an emergency.
Again, the internet is the gift that keeps on giving. Oh, God. I wish all CEOs a very happy open season. Oh, but I forgot to look on here when we were going over gun shit. Battlehawk Armory has Leopold payload dark gray blue mirror performance eyewear glasses for $70, normally $114.
Well, we're going to touch on gun stuff again. I'm once again pissed with Mantis. So, using the laser device in the AR a couple nights ago.
Mantis
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard.
Yep.
Okay.
I initially had the green model. It stopped working. Contacted Mantis. They replaced it right away. But there was a few hoops to jump through with. I tested this. I've done this. Sent me a new one, but they sent me a red one. So the other night, playing with it, I had the 300 blackout. I was going to use it in the
Dry fire training practice. Right.
going to use it in the 5.56. I was like, yeah, I'll bring it out here.
We'll play around.
Yep. And click. Absolutely nothing happens. Deader than a doornail. And its battery's fully charged.
Did the contacts look dirty at all? Do they get
No,
dirty?
they're-
They don't move.
They
They
say
just
he pieced the two together just without putting them in the gun. Just put the two together, and it still didn't fucking work. And you can.
well, he said
wiggle
it's
them
got
around
a
and-
it's got a notable audible sound.
Yeah, it does the normal sound of of actual firing the pulling the trigger because it's making sure that the hammer's down.
But now, I was seeing a lot of open commercials for the Mantis. I don't think I've seen one in like 2 months, 2.5 months.
Well, now you will because your phone just heard
They
you.
fucking dropped off. They dropped off big time.
You're right.
So
I was kind of waiting for like a Black Friday email coming through, but I didn't see
They're
that.
having a lot of fucking problems, and even emails. I haven't got any emails lately on anything Mantis.
I was going to go with the Blackbeard X.
For the training thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because no matter how much training you get or how much practice you get, you always need more. I mean, even I don't practice enough. I don't practice near enough.
That'd be
I probably shoot more than most people, but
No.
I don't shoot enough.
I guarantee you shoot more than I do.
that Blackbeard X would be fun with the target stands that I made.
Yep.
You can move those around the room and
Ty,
Shooting it when it's this cold, I don't give a fuck how many layers you got on. It fucking sucks.
it sucks, yeah.
Ty, did you get banned from Instagram?
I did. Today. Get this. I had to do a video selfie for them to even look at an appeal. It says, okay, you're going to do this. We're going to, when you open
They're
it,
going to
follow
put
the
your face
instructions.
all over the internet and say, this
says-
guy's a piece of shit.
Turn your face to the left slow. Okay, click. Turn it to the left slow. Click. Turn it up. Click. Turn it to the right. Click. Turn. Yeah, a bunch of different.
Surprised you could freaking figure out what's left and right.
It was weird. It was weird.
It sounds like they're stealing the info so they can get into your phone without need.
Oh, I bet they were taking eye scans so they could freaking frame you for the next.
Probably.
Yeah.
Face ID.
We're not going to do this on a recorded line, people.
Well,
No, I got
Trigger's
blocked.
committing
Yeah, I got
suicide
fucking
tonight.
Why? What were you looking up?
I was going to send you something on Insta, and it said,
You can send it on the other one.
it said Instagram user, and I said, that's a little weird. I wonder
then
who
it
that
showed me.
is. And I clicked in.
There's the professor. There's me. There's Slick. There's Moody. No
Instagram
tie.
user.
I did get.
That's weird. I seem to remember there was someone else in this group besides someone named Instagram user. What'd you get banned for?
I don't know.
What?
I have no fucking idea. Usually they send you,
Yeah.
you posted this or you said this
It's
wrong
probably
thing.
too offensive. They didn't want to send it back out.
Yeah, it didn't tell me shit. It's just
Were you
you're
saying-
off and you will never be able to recover any of your shit.
Were you saying your second favorite N-word?
Oh,
Neighbor?
You've been on Instagram for a long time.
I got
You're
a
about
lot,
to
dude.
be
I
able
got a
to
lot.
recover your shit.
I got a lot.
Speaking of neighbor, though, how bad do you think it smells across the street with the
chicken shit
chickens
or
in the
weed?
house? Both.
He
Chickens.
says chickens in the house.
Are they outside in the winter?
Yeah, mine are.
Do you think he's got them out in the winter? It's pretty quiet out
assume
there
he's
when I
probably
went
got
to
him in
He's
take
got
a
at
leak.
least
something.
one in the house right now.
Playing choke.
Hey,
Exactly.
It was pretty quiet when I went out there to take a leak. So
No, my fucking chickens are outside. No, they are winter warriors. They can sit outside in this shit.
fucking, if they die, guess what? Chickens are cheap.
They won't.
well,
They
if,
won't.
If
Their
they
body
die,
temperature is 109 degrees all the time.
well, I was gonna freeze you anyway.
You got to
Are
make
you
sure.
taking their temperature?
No, I just know about chickens. As long as you keep their water thawed, which I bought a fucking
Heater?
water warmer to keep it fucking thawed out. Keep them fed, they're fine in the fucking winter. Give them shelter. Okay, I built a fucking big ass chicken coop. They're good. They can fucking sit outside all goddamn winter.
I don't have any desire to own chickens.
I don't have any desire to own dogs,
Right? I get it.
and nothing against dogs. I just chickens. I can feed and water once a fucking day. Walk the fuck away. Collect the eggs.
I think the dogs are more for Amy's sanity. You can just imagine how fucking
Being with you,
wild
she
she'd be.
needs that.
I'm an angel.
That's the only reason you're still alive.
I love dogs too until they don't feel good. Woke up the other morning, there was shit all over the rug in the back room.
Oh no. I haven't had that in a while.
Damn
And
dog.
it probably was not logs, was it?
No.
I've always been pretty lucky with that.
70, 80 pound husky. No salad.
You guys remember Slugger? You do probably. He walked outside one day in the snow and he fucking just sprayed, and I'm like, wow, did I dodge a bullet there? It was bad. It was like a full-on fucking sticking your thumb over the end of a hose. Like, damn, bro, you okay? He come back out, head down on the low water.
That was a
past me.
very light blonde golden retriever, wasn't
That
it?
was a yellow lab.
Oh.
We had a black lab that was blind, and he would eat socks.
Oh, shit them out.
Well, there was one time,
tied around his intestines.
I don't know, but he had the same thing that your dog had with the spray, but it was next to my bed.
That's horrible.
What a way
That
to wake up in
reminds
the
me-
morning.
That
Morning.
reminds me
It was
of
that
the,
middle of the night.
The girl that sneezed on Hall Pass.
Remember that one?
Where she's sitting on the bathtub talking to the one guy and she sneezes and her freaking skirt lifts up and paints the whole shower.
I don't remember that. I think I remember. Vaguely
Oh, I
remember
feel
the movie.
better now. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Oh, God. Any more fart jokes? What else we got to hit on? Mags are cheap. Ugly ass yellow ones are $7.99. The big 60 round ones are on sale. $30.
I don't want to sound conceited because I don't have enough mags, but I have plenty at the moment. I always need more, but I have plenty at the moment.
I can get it. I know a guy. I got a guy.
Well, that in the next
And as
5
long
years
as he
is going to
continues
be.
to buy them, I will continue to buy more when I can.
And the next 4 years will be pretty nifty.
Yes. I mean,
Where-
hog wild buying ammo because you just didn't know.
Where I work, management, like corporate, is very optimistic with the way the election turned out.
Optimistic how?
They're all idiots.
Optimistic that business will be just dandy as soon as he gets in office. We just got to get through this last month of Triggers Guy.
This is going to snowball into politics, so let's just go ahead and do it anyways.
Do the
How
full
about, all the
shebang.
billions, how about all the billions of dollars that they're ramming down?
Fucking
Frank's throat?
Biden commuted 1,500 people's sentences. That is a record. It has never been that many people done before. He was found not mentally fit to
Why?
stand. Hold on. He was found not mentally fit to stand trial, and yet they're letting him pardon people, including that shitbag of a son he has. That being said, though, Department of Justice did say you cannot pardon for a time frame.
Correct.
You have
Just
to
crimes.
state off the crimes. But a lawyer online,
Stated out for the masses to see.
Yep.
a lawyer did state that even if they go through and pardon all the individual crimes, he has to testify about all of the crimes, which means everybody gets to find out what he did. All of it.
Because once he's no longer the president's son,
Basically, the reasoning given was that he pardons a time frame and then is no longer president, and in 3 years they find dead bodies in his backyard,
Yep.
and they dig it up and they find out it's from that time frame. Well, Biden's not president anymore, so they can't. He doesn't have the retained power to pardon him still. So that's a whole new thing. So he has to actually state off all the things he wants to pardon, which means Hunter has to admit to all of it.
I'm a little shocked that it didn't go his way. All the dirty shit that they've gotten away with.
Because the Department of Justice sees the writing on the wall with Doge coming in and Kash Patel, who's stepping into the FBI,
Director
director of the FBI, and he's got a fucking bone to pick with them.
as he should. And then Doge, like you said, Doge is
So Department of Justice sees the writing on the wall of like, we better step up and do this right, or we're gonna not have a great time with this.
let's see. I looked up the old Doge thing the other day.
I
Doge
looked
cut
up,
list.
I watched listened to the Sean Ryan interview with Kash Patel.
Okay.
He's not the biggest fan of the FBI. I know that might be shocking to learn, but he is not a big fan of them.
I can see that.
I was actually surprised he hadn't been on Rogan yet.
Who?
Cash Patel.
He hasn't?
I didn't see him on Rogan. I saw him on Sean Ryan, though.
All right.
You know, I do like seeing these interviews of, like, cabinet picks. Whenever I hear about a cabinet pick, I like to go see it's either Sean Ryan or Rogan's interview with him.
Yep.
Because I find that they're generally unbiased with the way they do things.
And they're sitting down having a conversation, not just hitting bullet points.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's more than an hour, which is what Kamala wanted to limit her Rogan interaction to.
Yep.
After Trump slam dunked a 3-hour sit down.
Fucking Vance was like 2.5 hours.
I didn't listen to that one yet either. I need to get off my ass.
Vance's was pretty good. He actually, like...
Got plenty of time and never going to work.
He had a pretty serious talk, like, with his mom being addicted to drugs and living with his grandma.
Right.
Cursing like a sailor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was subservient to the sailors in a way.
All right. I want to find a list. Give me the top 20 things, and Business Insider sucks, by the way. Find me the list of the top 20 things that Doge is going to go after. Whether it be the education thing, whether it be this job, that job, something.
Hold on.
You got better luck at finding that shit than I do, and I just looked up Doge cut list, because that's what they're calling it, the cuts.
All right, so Business Insider, 2 days ago, they aimed to cut, where was it? List of what they want to cut. They have promised to significantly reduce the federal budget
Like
with
$2 trillion.
goal of cutting $2 trillion in spending
Yeah.
in the fiscal year 2024.
And it's still going to catch us up with the fucking money they've given to Ukraine.
Well, here you go. In the fiscal year 2024, what we're in now, federal spending reached $6.75 trillion, with 9/10 going to federal programs. 90%.
The federal programs would be like the Department of Education, that 92% of their money gets pissed away on administration fees and
Hold on.
papers and pens.
So $6,075,000,000 went towards federal programs out of that budget, out of that 6.75 budget. Anyways,
That's fucking crazy.
here's the spending. Business Insider gave the spending. Social Security got $1.46 trillion fiscal year 2024. This is all fiscal year.
Social Security?
Social Security.
Wasn't that supposed to be self-funded?
Supposed to be.
But they pissed it away.
Yes.
The government pissed it away, and now they're trying to recover it.
Health.
Go ahead.
Health, which is like Medicare, Medicaid, stuff like that. $912 billion. Just shy of $1 trillion. Just
They need
there.
to tighten up the fucking reins on Medicare and Medicaid also. Find a fucking job. Bitch, you're not fucking
Welfare.
disabled. Get the fuck to work.
Amen.
So someone
I
actually...
got to fucking pass a piss test to earn your fucking check. and you
someone
don't.
actually did the math and found out that with Social Security, if they had been investing that money, you can still have the government force it like through payroll deductions, but if it went into something like a 401k and invested in the stock market,
retired
they
5
would have
years
made
ago.
more money than just if it went to the government for them to piss away and then pay you back later.
I was going to say, if I got that money given to me to put into a 401k, an IRA, some building account, I could have retired 5 years ago with what I've paid into Social Security since I started working in 96, 95. I could have fucking retired 5 years ago at 40.
So, moving on. Net interest. So, just the interest on all the loans we have with like China and other mega companies or mega countries. $882 billion. That's just the interest on the loan. That's not principal. That's interest.
Jesus.
$875 billion on national defense. Pentagon lost money. Like, they failed audits. We can definitely cut that number back and still be strong. Income security, so unemployment, but on the national level, $671 billion this year. Veterans benefits and services, while benefits are committing suicide at 22 a day, $325 billion. Education, training, employment, and social services, so like Department of Education, Health and Human Services, stuff like that, $305 billion. Transportation, so DOT, probably EPA steps into that a little bit, $137 billion.
We can't cut the fucking catalytic converters off of our trucks, but you can cut your dick off. And they encourage it.
Community.
And they'll pay for it.
Fucking A.
Gets better. Federal budget. Community and regional development. They spend $88 billion a year on community and regional development on the federal level.
Community means community.
Local.
The community pays for it. The community deals with it. The community gets the fucking business.
If the
community
community
hires the fucking people.
If the community can't afford it, the state should pay for it. This should not be a federal thing. And then other is $223 billion, but it doesn't tell you
See,
what.
and I love this country, but just listening to you say this shit are the things that I hate about this fucking country.
Government.
That fucking bullshit. Government intervention that doesn't need to fucking happen. Pardon my French.
No, it's...
I don't even know a better way to put it. It's fucking asinine, and it needs to stop. January 21st needs to be fucking done. Eliminate all that shit.
I know there's a list of this shit. Here's the top 20, the top 30. Mm-hmm. To find it, they're hiding it. So Google doesn't want you to find it.
Have you ever thought about million and billion in time?
Do what?
The numbers of 1 million compared to 1 billion. So if you did 1 second, how many days is 1 second in terms of a million seconds?
So you're saying
if you took
take and figure is
how many seconds?
1 million or 1 second equals 1 million, and you go to 9 billion.
Well, let's just do this. 1 second times a million. How many days is that in terms of seconds?
I don't know.
It's 11. It's just over 11 days.
11 and a half. I did the math.
1 billion seconds. How long is that?
150 days?
Wrong.
Year and a half?
Way wrong.
What?
Hold on. Years? Let me cut this math down a little bit better.
10 years?
30.
No, he already
knows.
Hold
on. He's got the math. Let's do this.
31.7 years.
So 11 and a half days.
For a million.
For 1 million
if
seconds.
You got,
1 billion is 30.
If you got $1 a second.
31 years.
If you got $1 a second, it would take 11 and a half days for you to make
$1 million.
$1 million. Not interest or tax, any of that dumb shit.
Here's a dollar.
Just straight up. Cash money, $1 a second. It would take 11 and a half days for you to make $1 million. It would take 31.7 years at that same rate to make $1 billion.
My head spins like a top knowing that I'm getting taxed to death on those numbers.
Now,
and that's just 1 billion. Now think of the community was 88 billion.
Well,
88 billion to
actually that math is pretty easy. You just multiply it by 1,000 because you're going up in order of magnitude. So if you got $1 a second,
88 years,
it would take you 31,709 years to get to $1 trillion at $1 a second. And our national deficit is what, 30 trillion right now?
Make COVID great again. Wow.
So, in case you ever wondered how fucked the government is.
You add all that shit in.
So at $1 a second right now,
Give me your phone. With
It would
calculator.
be the year 33,000 before I made $1 billion, $1 trillion. At $1 a second.
Since
Or
we're on
$1
such a
day.
roll of pissing you off, you know how much land China is buying in America?
Yes.
Do you know that it's
No, I don't fucking know. I have heard the numbers. I have heard that they own probably equivalent to a third of the United States.
Did you know that it is illegal for Americans to buy land in China?
Yep.
How the fuck is that right?
Because
We need to
Land
force
of
our
the
way
free,
back on
home
there.
of the brave.
someone's pockets are getting lined. That's
Oh
how.
fuck yeah!
Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, Kamala DeHo,
Pelosi.
every fucking
Schumer.
Democrat piece of
Fucking
fucking shit, blue-haired libtard motherfucker. Sorry.
Tell me how you really feel. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Trying to go shot show.
Yeah, right.
I swear we're not all unhinged. Just, you
Just
know,
me.
half
Just you.
the time. Oh, I've said some pretty fucking...
Usually
Out
you
of hand
start.
things.
Shit just... I can't
Okay,
even fucking
so-
talk.
so-
If it doesn't fucking piss you off, you're the fucking problem.
Oh, shit.
The ones that are all for it are definitely the problem.
So actually, I just did the math on all that. Turns out that all those numbers are the total budget, which is $6.75 trillion. So, in case you're wondering, that's where your money's being spent. Your tax money is being spent. $6 trillion, and we're 882 billion of that is just interest on a loan. We're not
So
even
I'm-
paying down the principal.
I'm really happy when the one time a year that we get a bonus at my company, we get hit with 34% tax.
So what I used to do when it was
for us.
easier to do, actually I learned this. When I worked with them, I learned this from a different driver, Harkey.
I go and I change my taxes.
Go in and say, I'm actually exempt from taxes a couple weeks before. Get the paycheck,
The full bonus.
the full bonus, and then the day, like I see the pay stub before it actually hits, go in and turn taxes back on so you don't forget.
I was going to say, before I get my bonuses, I go in and I change it to like 67 dependents.
So you get the full
And
thing.
So
then
my
the
household.
Following, huh? Then the following.
Yeah, you're covered. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, actually.
I don't know why
Yeah,
you're paying
planning.
any taxes.
Then the next week, like Monday or Tuesday,
Change
I
it
freaking
back.
change it back. Make sure you change it back. If not, you are so fucked.
You're
So
gonna
fucked.
hate your life at the end of the year.
Oh, you're gonna have to pay in fucking millions.
But yeah, could just go in. There was actually a checkbox down at the bottom. Used to be there. Maybe they got rid of it. That you could say, I'm actually exempt from taxes. So you could just go in and check that and not get taxed on
Well,
it.
I know people that work for your old lady's company because they pay out vacation once a year.
Yeah.
They go in before and add 100 fucking dependents.
What's
So
the the magic number of dependents to pay? Isn't it like 10 kids?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, but 100 is nice and safe. And then
But
you
then
just delete 2 zeros and you're back to where you should be.
Then they just freaking go back in the next week after they get paid out for their vacation, change it all back because then they get their full pay.
It's weird how they do that. They pay their vacation. Everybody gets it all at one time. It's fucking.
So when it comes time for their shutdown in July and their shutdown at the end of the year,
You don't get paid.
You don't get
You've
paid.
already been paid. So that's tough. Because 90% of people are going to go, okay, I got this lump sum. I need a car. But then
Yeah.
come those 2-3 weeks shutdown, you get no
we're
fucking check.
fucked. I ain't got no fucking
Well,
pay to pay the fucking bills.
half the people I've seen in there, I want to get a new TV.
That was hard when I switched
My-
to salary. Because getting paid every week to then
Oh, now do you get paid bi-monthly or bi-weekly?
bi-weekly.
Okay,
But-
because I know some guys that even if there's 3 or 5 weeks in that freaking month, they get paid the first and the 15th.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter.
That's-
That first might be a Tuesday and the
semi-monthly.
15th might be a Thursday.
Okay.
Luckily, we're just every other
Every 2
Friday.
weeks.
Okay.
But when I switched to salary, I had a week without pay.
Well, Gavin's got a really fucking weird. He's paid every 2 weeks, but it's the 2-2-3 schedule. Well, come to find out, Wyatt has the exact same schedule, but completely opposite. So the 3-day weekend that Gavin gets, he's got to work that. But they got the same fucking schedule, just
So
bass
they're
backwards.
opposites.
Yeah. Bass backwards, whatever. I don't know how to word it, but
Sorry, you were getting ready to say something when I interrupted.
I mean, I remember at one point I was on weekly, and then I got a job that was bi-weekly, and it took a bit to figure out how to budget that correctly.
I didn't mind it.
Well, it took getting used to, because I think at that point I'd never been paid bi-weekly. But like my ex's dad, engineer, was getting paid monthly. You get one payment a month.
Oh shit.
That sucks.
Here's your month. I mean,
Oh.
come on. He's 6-figure level.
No, all right.
Okay.
So it's a pretty hefty check. But you get that check, you just pay all your bills for the
Yeah,
month.
but if he's got to pay,
You a mechanic?
if he's got to pay his freaking car payment, his 30-year-old daughter's car payment, and his 30-year-old daughter's fucking
Was
rent
it that
payment,
one?
and 30-year-old daughter's college tuition, and pay for everything, even though she works. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have said that. Whatever.
She doesn't listen to this, it's fine.
Did you guys see the post I made of our 2024 stats?
Yeah.
I did see that.
Well, yeah, you tagged us in it.
Yeah, I did. I didn't know about. I didn't see who liked it or whatever. So.
No.
And he did it on Facebook, so he didn't get banned.
Well, I keep the dirty stuff on Instagram and the naughty
Where's
stuff.
where's the 13 countries at?
Oh, God.
Was it 13? I thought it was 10 countries.
Was it
12
countries or counties?
All county jails. I don't know if it's on here.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah, I know, but because I downloaded it.
Don't look at Instagram. You're off that.
Yeah, no,
Here,
I
I
can do
got-
that.
There. Okay. 2.7 thousand downloads, 95 episodes. I swear we had more than that.
That was just for this
That's
year.
just 2024.
13 countries.
So are you looking at the absolute Buzzsprout stuff?
No, I went to your
Six-
thing on...
6,500 minutes?
That's how many
Is-
people listen to it.
No.
No?
That's how much we've
Was it?
recorded and put on there. 6,500 minutes.
that. Up 22% this year.
Yeah, I said that at the bottom of that.
Yeah.
Most
One-
popular city, Greenville?
701 downloads out of Greenville. 299 out of Detroit.
That one threw me for a loop. The Greenville
It's
one, I can
ours.
explain that off air.
Our Verizon.
49 out of Singapore.
I can't explain that one either.
49 out of Singapore?
I can't.
Well,
82
hold
out
on.
of Caledonia?
The 299 out of Detroit, I think, is us on Verizon. Because whenever I look stuff up, it keeps thinking
Hey.
I'm in Detroit.
I think it's your ex.
She ain't listening.
It's your ex.
What, you think she's hate listening to all this?
I think
Yes.
she does. Do you think people don't hate listen? You think she wouldn't? Oh, I think she does.
82 in Caledonia, that's you. Hold on, Iran had 3 downloads, Canada had 2, and United Kingdom had 41.
All right.
Some poor bastard in the UK is listening to a couple drunk Americans.
Breaking in the Glory Holes had 130. Motorcycles for Beginners is second. That's 69. That was you. Embarrassing Stories and Free Fare, those top ones. Amazon Music is at 31%. Web browsers 31%. Apple Podcast 18%. Spotify 18%. Devices, unknown devices 31. Apple computers 31. So who's got the Apple stuff? Just you, right?
Well, it wouldn't say Apple computer. It's a, I mean, unless
iPhone.
iOS,
Yeah, got to be.
the phone.
I know a couple of the people that we are employed with have eyes.
I would hope they all have eyes.
Mobile is 37%, which is, and this is just the last 5 episodes. Let's do all. Okay, here we go. So there's Spotify has had 1,954 downloads. Amazon Music 736. Apple Podcast 544, which surprised me. Pocket Cast. I didn't know that we were on that one.
I think
That
that's
sounds
one
dirty.
of the others that I selected. I don't know.
57. Web browsers 351. Android phone wins with 1520. 40% of it. Apple iPhone is 35% of it. Oh, I want to find locations. There we go.
Yeah, Breaking in the Glory Hole still once in a while pops up as like a top episode, even though it is outrageously fucking long. It was
stupid.
like, what, 2-3 hours and very unrefined?
Oh, horrible. But prior to that, the ones we didn't fucking do,
I know.
there was some pretty fun. There was some really fun ones.
These fucking pinball machines were beeping in the background. The fucking
And I told him to turn them off. He
dartboard.
was on it. You'll never hear it. And then we heard it.
The
And then
dartboard
that
was
fucking
going off
light,
like
the
crazy.
fucking humming.
That one too.
United States has 68%. Iran has 9%. Australia 6%.
Who's listening in Iran?
Japan, India,
Haji
Israel,
Baki.
Netherlands. See all countries. That's it.
Hold on. Haji and Baki are listening to him talk about guns so they can refine their trades.
We're talking about guns, not freaking bomb vests.
Either way, they're not experienced with it. All the
I
experienced
guess,
ones are
you know,
gone.
I wonder if freaking Ty gets on here and talks about sheep.
So, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Somebody in Bridgeport listen. Tel Aviv,
Connecticut.
L.A., New Bergen, New Jersey, North Bergen, New Jersey, Udupi? Right there next to my thumb. Can you say that?
Udoopy.
That's Udupi.
Udupi.
Okay.
Hold on.
Jesus Christ.
Can you say the last one?
You doopy
Karnataka.
Kamataka.
Titicaca? Like Titicaca? Yes.
He's trying to perfect his American
East
accent.
Sound, Washington,
Hold on.
Clinton Township. That's
Wait a second. Clinton Township is like St. John's.
That-
Oh, Tokyo,
Hey, what's that Udu?
UDUPI, Karnataka.
K-A-R Karnataka is India.
Oh, it's in there.
Must be Ty's family.
Tokyo, Brisbane, Queensland,
All quiz.
Northville, Northville,
New
Michigan.
Guinea or New Zealand?
No, it's Australia. Brisbane.
Oh yeah, yeah, never mind. Yep.
Queensland, Brisbane is Australia.
Whatever. dude.
Queensland.
North America had 68% of them, and that was just the last 5. Let's do all. That way, let's see what kind of crazy fucking countries we can come up
Fucking Tel Aviv, though.
with. We did Israel, India, Mexico, Morocco, Norway, Indonesia, Spain, Australia, Japan, Germany, Iran, Egypt, Somalia, Canada, Austria, Netherlands,
pirates.
Singapore, United Kingdom, and obviously the U.S. is the winner. But the ones that throw me off are it's only like one. Okay, so Spain, Indonesia, Norway, Morocco, Mexico, India, Israel are all just one.
Mexico's probably west.
Someone's running a
A
VPN.
one. It could be.
Well,
Well,
okay.
there's someone running a VPN then.
So, Somalia, as much as I think the publicity would be nice, I would rather not have anything of this nature blasting from one of the pirate boats going after Captain Phillips again.
Dude, the list of cities is long. Is very long. Giza?
Oh, don't worry
There's
about
a fucking
cities.
city, Giza.
Is it Giza?
Maybe.
In Giza?
Giza. I don't know.
Jesus. Fucking.
Hoboken. Dude, it's fucking long.
Yeah, dude, where's my
Fall
car?
River,
What's that?
Massachusetts. That's
Hoboken?
Lizzie Borden's hometown. Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her...
I'm surprised you
Mother
don't run a
40
VPN and have that as your location.
Giza.
Didn't she do 41 whacks on her dad?
Yeah. Well, I can't remember the nursery rhyme. Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks. When she seen what she had done, she gave her father 41.
Yeah.
Fucking right in the faces. That's pretty gross, yeah. The pictures are out there. Springfield, Ohio.
Well,
Dude.
I mean, it's been a good year. I think we'll continue to shoot the shit and Get Trigger all riled up.
I can't believe some of these fucking towns.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing to get Trigger riled up.
I bet.
I wish we didn't keep landing on politics, because politics
Divisive.
sucks.
Yeah. But politics
We
does
didn't hit on
kinda,
anything car tonight, did we?
Politics seem to get me wound up the fastest.
Oh, I mean, look at all the money we're pissing away. And it's
Oh,
your
I
own
know.
tax dollars, your daughter's tax dollars, my
Well,
kid's
hold
tax
on.
dollars.
If we weren't pissing all that money away in taxes, we could be buying cars.
And guns.
At
And
this
ammo.
point, we should probably give him the fucking logins for the stuff, so we can look at it.
Did I ever talk about the tax income from full auto? Ooh, I did this math.
Say that again. The tax incomes from full auto.
So
Wait,
if
what?
we had full auto, if, say, they did away with the NFA on the federal level and made it a state's issue, how much tax income could you get from full auto?
By the amount of fucking ammo that I'm gonna have to buy,
I'd say 20 million a year per state.
So, M16A4 cyclic rate is 800 rounds a minute. So a 30-round magazine
how
will
many
take...
barrels is that? It can't be one.
No, this is just how long lock to lock. And they just do the math from there. They're not actually running 800 fucking rounds.
But when you say it like that, it sounds like you're pissing away 800 rounds a minute.
You
and
can.
That's just how fast
That's
that
the
gun.
rate. That's how fast it will go.
If we had your money, we could.
No, if you had my money, you'd be selling that fucking TV off.
800 rounds a minute is more than 2 rounds a second.
I am TV rich around here, by the way. We
So,
talked about
anyways, I did the math. 30 rounds at 800 rounds a minute is 2.25 seconds to piss 30 rounds away. 1, 2. That's it.
The smile.
30
that-
rounds.
we played with that one I got downstairs, and that one goes through it pretty fucking fast. And I bet it goes even faster. I still ain't tried
Okay.
it since you polished that
Less
trigger.
less than 3 seconds, but the smile lasts for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, if not longer, buddy. If not longer.
I'd have to beat my dick to get it to go down.
So,
asshole.
firearms manufacturers have to pay a 10% excise tax for pistols and revolvers and 11% for other firearms and ammunition,
Is that the same as tariff?
basically.
But the manufacturers, they're going to turn
You
it
pay
over.
for it.
They're going to turn it around
Yeah.
for a 30% increase on me.
Yeah.
And you, and you, and you.
But this is the raw numbers. This is what the federal government
Okay.
will willingly put out. Obviously, the manufacturers are going to make some money on top of that.
Pre-May
and they're going to pass
1986.
all that fucking money onto you.
Pre-May
no.
1986, did they? Did they charge the 11% on the...
Doesn't fucking matter. You can't buy one for a reasonable price anymore.
Well, no, but back then it was over the counter.
Yeah.
Did they
Anyways,
charge them that. All right, go ahead.
11% for like rifles, shotguns, and ammunition. But if you export your ammunition or firearms, that tax is rebated. So if you buy in Canada, then you don't have to pay the excise tax for the U.S. Fucking weird. Anyways, but it's for complete guns, but not disassembled parts. So when you buy parts, you don't have to. That excise tax is not on like a barrel for your AR or anything.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Government organizations and nonprofit educational and use in the vessel or aircraft are exempt from that tax as well. So if you said, actually, I want this massive fucking 50 cal Barrett and the ammunition for use in my Cessna that's broken, then apparently you're exempt from taxes.
What kind of plane would I need for
Doesn't
A10?
necessarily have to be a plane.
Or vessel, boat.
It could be a helicopter. All you need is a propeller and a cab to make a helicopter.
It's not a very good one. It's a
Don't say it
helicopter.
has to take off,
I'm drawing
but
a
it's a
blank on it.
helicopter.
So, what?
I sent it to somebody, but you save the 11% tax on an unassembled gun.
Yeah.
You save 11% by buying
Because
everything you need, even the
because
numbered
with the
lower.
parts, you don't. With the actual loose parts, they don't have an excise tax because at that point it's a part. But as soon as they make a complete gun, then there's an excise tax because it's a gun.
Okay.
Anyways,
There was one of them that was selling it 11% discount.
so
No. Yeah.
originally the money went into the federal treasury's general fund. Now it goes into Wildlife Restoration Trust Fund.
So Biden's pocket.
No, this is actually like, this is a legit thing, like taking care of the wilderness,
Yeah.
Wildlife properties
prop
that
up
China's
hunting.
fucking buying.
prop up hunting, shit like that.
Shut the fuck up.
At the time I looked this
Shut
up,
the fuck up.
at the time I looked it up, Winchester had 1,000 rounds for 5.56, 55 grain, full metal jacket on sale. Normally $558 or $558. At that time it was $550, so 55 cents a round. So before excise tax, it would have been $495. So $54.50 just in tax you're paying on that box of 1,000. And hold on, for Michigan, $33 in state sales tax. In addition to all that,
And another $14 for the ship.
now I went online. Iraq veteran 888 on YouTube did a video, and he got 830 rounds of full auto with mag changes before barrel failure. So
840
830 rounds in full auto. So 30 rounds,
before it
do
melted
30
down.
before barrel failure. If some dude wants to spend $44.24 in excise tax and $29.04 in sales tax for minutes of fun, take the money and run. Legalize full auto. That's all. So what is that?
So what if
Something like
if the
73 bucks.
if the
73
waters
bucks?
part and the fucking clouds all disperse and all the things happen
It's on a
And-
normal sunny day on me.
and the
Yeah, okay.
ATF gets abolished some fucking how, and we can get suppressors and we can buy these full autos or whatever. What then? Do you really think that would happen? Do you think they would legalize full autos again?
Here's a, okay,
I
so
don't think
even if they made it a state's issue and a state voted to legalize it, for minutes of fun, the state and the government total could rip off from a guy $73 worth of tax out of that dude for him to have minutes of fun. How often, if you had to pay for full auto, if you could legally have full auto, how much do you actually think you would blow down range after a year?
About the same as our binary trigger.
Well,
no,
thank you.
after-
that's where I was going.
After a year, would you still have that binary trigger in? Keep throwing all that fucking money down range?
It's
or
easier.
would you pull
It's
it out?
easier controllable with that binary trigger or a bump stock.
Well,
Or a 3-round burst.
If you had a giggle switch, you wouldn't need the binary trigger. But if you had a giggle switch, how much would it be in giggle and how much would it be in single?
Here's one.
Considering how much money you're just...
It was fun as shit.
It was fun, but would you
shooting
do it
his
every day?
binary trigger.
How many rounds would you throw?
He's
if
going to
you had
say,
it?
but it was a lot more fun because it was his ammo.
It was
Yeah.
his ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be
My ammo? Nope. Binary trigger gone. I'm going to get a ping. Ping.
Yeah.
Make every shot
Ding.
I'm
count.
going to get my money's worth out of
Was
it.
that 13 hours where they had
So-
their full autos and then they run out of ammo pretty fucking fast? I
So
think.
you could, yeah, by all means, you could legalize full auto. But most people would never use it because, dude, I'm not spending all that fucking money
Even in
just
a-
to throw lead.
Even in a post-apocalyptic freaking scene, I'm going to make every fucking round count. I'm not just going to lay cover fire and freaking mow shit down.
Unless
it's going
it's
to be a fucking dedicated shot every
Unless
goddamn
this
time
is
I
about
pull
to
that
be the
trigger.
last chance I got.
But if every one of those people had the carpet over there, the blanket, whatever, they're all shooting back at you. Are you sure you don't want full auto at that point?
Okay, but
Okay,
how
but-
many mags can you carry? Because if you get 3 feet, change the mag. 3 feet, change the mag. 3 feet, change the mag. 3 feet, 3, and
Hold on, wait,
you're
wait.
changing a mag every fucking 3.5 seconds.
take
In
a
that
risk.
video, I think he was doing it with a new barrel and 830 rounds before failure. So
I can't believe
if
it's
you
only-
if you have a worn out barrel and then you start throwing full auto down it, it might fail a lot sooner.
Oh, you got 180 degrees. Let's say you suppress fire 180 degrees. By the time you get over here, you better have a barrel wrench and all that shit because you got to change the barrel to work your way back.
And
Well, you gotta
oven
change the
mitts
barrel
because
to
that
go
barrel's
back.
going to be red.
I mean, he's probably using a premium barrel, but that
I
premium
think
barrel.
he just used the standard off-the-shelf barrel.
What about the belt-fed guns? Those
Well-
belt-feds don't stop.
So,
They have barrel changes.
from what I understand,
And
Really?
They have failures.
they have
big
failures. They have barrel changes, but also you have to get the timing right to make sure it doesn't jam up. So you have to time your weapon, or it's not going to cycle right.
There's gas systems involved. There's springs involved.
You got to
They're gonna
dial
wear
it
out.
in. It's going to wear out, and actually, because springs wear out as they're being used.
Yep.
So eventually, if you had full auto, you're going to wear out your buffer spring, which means it ain't going to cycle right.
Average Joe Schmo is going to use full auto if it was legal after a range. I've got my range session done. I've done all my practice shots. I have one mag left. We're going to dump it.
Here's
Just
one
say-
for everybody.
Dump a 30
Choppers on the
round.
military,
That's
when
it.
they have
Yep.
a belt-fed fucking 50 caliber on the side of a freaking chopper,
I feel like it's moving the
When
chopper
that-
over.
when that
is.
run is, when they get back to base from that run,
Barrel change.
that gun is taken off, a new one's put on. Every time.
I believe that.
And they will go in and they will rebuild that one and have it set up for the next one.
Meanwhile, the GAU 8 on the A10 Warthog is left in, but they can only fire it in short bursts or the plane stalls.
It also takes a 11,000-pound capacity crane to change that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And you have to disassemble over it and
You have to take the
shove the
plane
gun
off.
in?
Well, you have to take the plane off
Yeah.
the gun.
Yeah. Either way. And it's wheeled around on freaking carts. And it slides under and you set the plane down on it, you pulled it on there, you lift the plane up, and you wheel the carts out.
You work very close to where him and his wife go to enjoy their time alone. Have you driven over there to see that jet that's half torn apart? It is neat as fuck to look at.
I have been over there one time, and that was the day that JD fans flew into town. That is the only
Did you
time
see
I
what?
have
Did
ever
you see
been
that
there.
pile of
No, I
jet
did
parts?
not.
I'll have to, you need to go over there and check it out.
I want to know the person that looked at that gun and said, "Should put a plane around it."
Yeah.
That looks like a good
Here's a
plane
question
gun.
for all of us. When it comes to because it's what we talk about the most, let's go AR-15 5.56 gun. What do you think the part that makes that gun the most valuable is? I have mine in my mind. Maybe we should write it down and compare, so we don't give the answer. And then we all hold them up and go, okay, this is
What makes the AR
15.
Part of an AR
where's the
most
value
valuable?
at in AR-15?
I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
I don't need that.
You don't need it? All right.
I could tell.
I'm going to say barrel.
I was going to say barrel.
Barrel, bolt carrier group.
I was
trigger.
gonna say bolt carrier group and Magwell.
Well, Magwell,
Because you guys
can-
are all bringing up the fact that people are bearing 830 rounds kills a barrel.
830 rounds of full auto.
A cheap
So it is
Anderson
getting
manufacturing barrel
toasty.
because you can buy one for $360 all day long, or an ATI, or the
But okay, I'm shooting 30 rounds today I'm going through one magazine. That gun gets put away for 6 months. Take it back out, I shoot 30 rounds through it. That's 840 rounds at one effing time.
Yeah.
true.
Okay?
You're getting
I'm
that barrel
shooting
cherry.
100
There's-
rounds at least every time I go.
There's a
in.
cooldown period between when I shoot 30 rounds through it to the next time I shoot 30 rounds through it. I guarantee it probably going to last a lot longer.
Well,
It's probably
hold
going to
on.
last
From the little bit of research
2,500 rounds.
I've done, the barrel on a cheap gun wears the fuck out.
Yeah.
Pretty soon you're not hitting a damn thing. You can't hit that gong no matter how many times you try.
But I've also heard cheap bolt carrier groups. The fucking gas tube on the top of them come loose. The spike
Cheap
pieces
gas
come
tubes.
loose.
It
The
starts
firing
not
bolt
working
Carrier
right.
group can be
The
changed out in
springs.
30 seconds.
Yep.
So I came across a video from, I think it was the Military Arms channel. They were torture testing my favorite brand, Bravo Company.
Okay.
They had I think they just had an upper, but they were running it zero oil, zero cleaning, and they were at 8,000 plus rounds, and they were just dumping mags left and right, left and right.
Not just ping.
But it's
Just
do a couple,
spending ammo.
do several hundred rounds at a time, and then they're just throwing a piece of tape around it, writing the round count, and it gets put away for however long. But I think they said they wanted to get to 10,000 rounds without cleaning it.
Through the barrel and everything.
It,
The whole thing.
it was an entire gun that they're doing it to. I don't know if it's just a Bravo Company upper, but it's everything upper is Bravo Company. It's zero cleaning, zero oil from round one.
I
Zero
definitely...
replaced parts
Zero replaced parts.
from round
The
one.
lower part of the gun, and you guys can pick on me all you want, it's just a parts housing unit. You can put a
Oh,
quality
there's-
trigger in it. You can put a ship trigger in it. There's no
Wearable
real
items. There's
build
no
up-
real wear items. Besides the magwell, if you're using metal.
No,
freaking mags.
there's wear parts in there. You have your trigger springs and your buffer.
the trigger itself.
But-
You're gonna
It
Okay.
But
it is
it's
not,
not.
it won't
it's
wear
not
out nearly as
critical.
fast as that barrel's gonna.
It's not as critical
Yeah.
to everything else running right.
you could take a piece of junk buffer tube and buffer in there and throw it in. It's
I'm
gonna
the
run
first to
fine.
admit I don't know shit enough about them. Like, I wish there was a crash course, a 30-minute fucking crash course on springs, buffer springs,
And buffer pins.
and pins. The big
The weights.
But there's not, because it's a fucking science. It's a blown out
And
science.
you,
It's
you
physics.
have to know your or your bolt carrier group, because you have to know the weight of your bolt carrier group.
Zach-
For it to all be a match set for match freaking play.
Something I found when I was getting into the suppressor, you have to figure out your gas system, so the buffer. So having a can on there changes the way the gun works. So you have to kind of time, like an engine, how your shots are coming out. You're trying to get it to go out at a
Not too fast, not too slow.
like a 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock position.
Okay.
So the actual weight of the buffer will actually change where it's going.
The round
So instead of
going
having
in, coming back,
So instead of having a adjustable gas block, you can put different weights in your buffers.
you put more nookie on that fucking screen.
And they have some that actually have replaceable. You can add more weight to the
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
pin on the buffer. All
They have
that shit.
well, the adjustable
But-
gas blocks, will that change it? Can you just...
That changes it too, yeah.
But also,
I wondered
therefore,
about-
you also get into the weight of the BCG. You know, you have skeletonized that are all machined out and lightweight. Well, that
But the M4s are not.
you can.
The M4s are added weight, aren't they?
But now, when you
No.
shoot around,
You mean the
no,
M16?
when you fire it
Yeah.
with the less weight of that bolt carrier group on a skeletonized BCG, it has less mass that it's moving back, so it's not going to cycle unless you have a lesser weight behind it.
Or
So
better
it needs
gassing.
to cycle full or a adjustable gas system. So fine tuning it for match precision shooting, that shit's like fucking 12 feet over my fucking head.
Yeah. Limited for me. I watched
The Sons of Liberty guys will tell you, our guns are going to run whether they're fucking suppressed or not. These things fuck. That's what they say.
well, that's because they overgas them. So they run.
Do you think?
Yes.
Because that's the first thing they're going to tell you. We don't overgas them. But they do, huh?
They have to say hey, you can run it suppressed or unsuppressed. Yeah, it's going to overgas, so make sure it runs.
Got to be happy. Is there a metering system for something like that?
Probably. They probably have it. They probably have the science figured out, which
Yeah.
would be one of the biggest issues with building a gun is how's my gas system working?
Okay, I want
But-
all of these
No,
to
I
run
know.
at this pressure.
I know I've seen it. I haven't seen it in person, but I've seen builds to where they have a barrel specifically made, 16-inch barrel, to run off a pistol gas system, a very short gas system. So you only have a 3-inch gas tube
like a 7.5-inch barrel or whatever.
It's made for a 7.5-inch barrel, but they're running it on a 16-inch barrel that has a spot precision machined out
What?
for the gas tube.
Oh yeah.
So,
I do like fishing.
Oh
Yeah.
great! Now all the fish are going to taste like that. But
Anyways, yeah, ARs have a lot you can dial in. Fucking,
and then like we
it's
said,
a lot of physics.
they're like a small block Chevy too. You can buy every dang part known to man, customizable. Period. I mean, you got that skeletonized bottom, lower receiver. We all like different style freaking stocks on them.
Mm-hmm.
You got the one that has the forward grips on, what is that, an M-lock or key lock? M-lock,
M-lock, yeah.
We have those ones with those machined out skeletonized freaking pistol grips on them. Or you got the Hogue grips. You got a Hogue grip on one of yours too, don't
no, I
you?
got a whole grip on that big ass fucking revolver.
Oh.
That revolver, he's afraid
But
to shoot.
there's so much
I've shot.
dress up, add on, and functionality. There's so much functionality pieces like your business switch and your freaking mag release extension and all that shit. There's so much shit you can add on to them that makes them just yours and makes them more usable for you.
Our hobbies are complex and expensive, whether it's cars or guns.
Oh shit.
Or that. I'm not talking fishing either.
I keep adding to my spreadsheet for all my firearms. And
I
I have a pretty nice car.
I should have bought. I should have bought another one of those arrow mounts when they went on sale cheap. Or it was $60.
yeah,
I should have
yeah.
just bought one to leave in the fucking box.
I've seen that one a few different times.
Either way,
They're all named Sample.
I'll take a sample. Not a problem.
Be fucking Michelle Obama and her big dick come up next.
Nope, that's your sample, buddy.
oh yeah, there's that spending.
Okay, I seen that one, but it wasn't what I was looking for. But I seen. Let's see.
Well, no, we went over this earlier.
1.46 trillion on Social Security, and we will not have a Social Security. when
Year to
we
date,
get
does
there.
that mean just this year?
Fiscal year, year to date for this fiscal year.
FY 2024.
Okay.
That's it. So figure 1.46 million or trillion.
Well, hold on.
Trillion.
Wait, step back. Figure fiscal
missing-
year's not over yet.
We're missing a lot here.
No, this is the $6.75 trillion.
That he was talking
Budget.
about earlier.
They just narrowed down like veterans benefits and services, which is like VA and TRICARE and all that other
But it
shit.
goes back to the whole thing where instead of that money going to actual veterans care, these people are having fucking orgies in their
in the
what was
VA hospital.
12 people banging in one room and 30 some of them.
And talking about it on the
Well, that
office
one
email.
dude filmed his
orgy.
no, it's gay porn in some fucking.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Well,
He remembers that he was there.
and they talked about it with VA email,
That's right.
like company email, and they
remember
were
that.
talking about it.
And you know what? They won't lose their fucking jobs.
But like they narrowed this down. So like education, training, employment, and social services, like health and human services is lumped in with education and training. So it's
So was it veterans that
What's
were
income
having
security?
the orgy, or was it the doctors and
welfare.
employees? Was it the doctors and employees at veterans?
Employees.
Oh.
It wasn't
To
the
say
old veterans.
if it was the veterans, that's PTSD fucking therapy. I don't have a problem with having orgies then.
No, it was definitely the
The staff that
The
was
staff
letting
and-
veterans not get care because they're
Well,
too busy having
yeah,
fun.
They're getting
No, they're not
paid.
pissed off.
They're getting paid very
But
well.
if it was the veterans having an orgy, hell, fuck, let them have it. I'll pay more.
I would be a little disgusted.
But
If the veterans were having an orgy,
They're so old, the girls. They're getting
Some of
Why?
these are like 24.
dude, you
Hey.
seen them freaking chicks on Instagram that lost a leg in battle? Dude, they're fucking hot.
Hold on. Daniel Penny,
Oh yeah.
is a veteran. He's 24 years old.
Yep.
Ty
Okay,
thinks he's
okay.
hot.
He's got the hair.
So says the guy that bangs midgets.
Either way, the government waste is fucking disgusting.
They pay
Dude, I'll get a presidential pardon. Shut up.
fucking. These people are getting paid to do a job, and they're fucking off all day, fucking each other all day.
We're gonna hear about that on Facebook later. The subs that just drove past.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. Give me a second. Sorry. All right.
Anyways, I gotta take a leak and I'm tired.
All right. You want to send us out?
Sure. Here's those wishes will.
All the rest can go to hell.
Yikes.
See ya.